I have a very exact tastes when it comes to TV shows. Um, Dark Matter and Killjoys proved to me again this week why I enjoy the show so much, even though Killjoys killed off one of my favorite characters for a second week in a row. But not all is lost, because one of the actresses that played one of those characters apparently has her own show coming out, so that would be why they wrote her out. Um, there's a lot of new shows coming, and a lot of them look terrible. Um, New series for 2016, 24 Legacy. It's another 24 series. I don't care. American Gods, that's on Stars. Aftermath on Sci-Fi. American Housewife, ABC arrangement. Atlanta. Atlanta I want to see because it's Donald Glover, who was Troy in Community. So I will watch that show. Uh, Berlin Station. I'm just like, honestly, all these shows I don't care. Better Things, Big Little Lies, Billions, Blood Drive, Bull, Bunked, Chance, Channel Zero, Chicago Med. Another Chicago show. God. Medical drama. Not like Chicago Med. Another medical drama. Oh, yeah, we needed one of those. Conviction Counterpart. Conviction I'll watch because it's Haley Atwell, but it's a crime drama, so I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'll try. It's Sean Ashmore, too. Uh, Counterpart, Crisis in Six Scenes, The Crown, Designated Survivor. This interests me. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, starring Elijah Wood, BBC America. That could either be fantastic or terrible. When you're messing with Douglas Adams material, you better be really spot on. Divorce, Emerald City, The Exorcist. How do you make a series out of The Exorcist and not make it horrible? Eyewitness, Falling Water, Famous in Love, The Frankenstein Chronicles, which is A&E, Frequency, which is CW, so it'll get renewed. Gilmore Girls, Goliath, which is on Amazon. Good Behavior, The Good Place. The Good Place looks stupid. Apparently, Kristen Bell plays a woman who's really selfish in life and she dies and goes to heaven, but she goes to the good part of heaven where only the good people are, and she shouldn't be in that part of heaven, and she's there with Ted Danson. Graves, the Great Indoors, Gypsy. Haters Back Off, High Maintenance, I'm Dying Up Here, Insecure. Kevin Can Wait, which is a Kevin James comedy, which means this can be terrible. I enjoyed King of Queens when it was on, but honestly, I don't need any more Kevin James on my TV. Leah Remini's what made that show watchable. Had nothing to do with him. Lethal Weapon is a terrible idea for a TV show. Luke Cage is going to be fantastic because it's Netflix and it's Marvel. MacGyver's a terrible idea for a TV show. Man with a Plan is a Matt LeBlanc show. You can't make Joey happen again, okay? Friends was over a long time ago now. Stop trying to make Joey happen again. Mary and Jane, which is on MTV. Nikki, which is on Freeform, whatever the frick that is. Oh, God, Nicki Minaj. Ah, oh, God damn it. No Tomorrow, which stars Tori Anderson. That's the actress that played Sabine on Killjoys. Love her to death. I will watch No Tomorrow, guaranteed. Notorious, One Day at a Time, One Mississippi, People of Earth. Pitch, which is about a girl playing Major League Baseball, so skip it. I'm sorry, it's just right off the when I'm watching a trailer or a commercial and I'm like, that can't happen, then you've got a bad idea. Pure Genius, Quarry, Queen Sugar, can't wait for the hate on that one. The Real O'Neills, Search Party, Shadowhunters, Shut Eye, Son of Zorn, which looks awful, just brutally awful, and it's following The Simpsons. And it's an animated character that looks like He-Man comes back to parent his son, who's live action, and it looks terrible. Speechless, Startup, Superstore. Superstore was on last year. I don't know why it shows up in her new shows because it was a mid-season replacement last year, and it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I watched it. This Is Us, Timeless, which is a ripoff of Doctor Who. Travelers, Twin Peaks, which is back, fantastic. Undercover, no idea. Van Helsing, really. Versailles, Victoria, which stars Jenna Coleman, so it'll be awesome. It's going to be on PBS, so most of you people don't even know what PBS is. I'm kidding. Westworld, or am I? Which stars Evan Rachel Wood, so maybe I'll watch that. And When We Rise, which I don't know what that is. Now the shows that are coming back. Two Broke Girls is in season 6. How? Two Broke Girls is the most racist jokes I've ever heard in my life. Seriously, most of the show is just one long racist joke, and it's like every single character on the show is a stereotype. There's nothing funny on it. Kat Dennings is gorgeous, but I still don't watch it because I can't. I just can't. The Affair, that's on Showtime. Don't care. American Horror Story lost me in season 2. When it's called a horror story and I'm laughing at how horrible the plot twists are and how obvious they are and I see them coming a mile away, I just don't care. Arrow lost me last year. I'm going to try to give it another shot this year. I'm going to try. Um, Ash versus the Evil Dead, no spoilers. I still haven't seen season 1 yet. I know it's fantastic because it's Bruce Campbell and it's the Evil Dead, so it's great. Big Bang Theory. They've written in, apparently for this year, Penny's mother and her brother are coming to the show. And all I can think of is The Simpsons with Roy. Hi, Roy. Stick a sock in it, Roy. Hopefully her brother's named Roy. I haven't really paid attention. Black Mirror, Black Sails, Blackish is supposed to be funny. I haven't watched it. The Blacklist is in season 4. I almost got into it at one point last year and then I lost interest. Blind Spot. I love Jamie Alexander. Couldn't get into the show. It seemed kind of weird. Blue Bloods, don't care. That's in season 7 already. Bob's Burgers, fantastic show. Highly recommend Bob's Burgers. Bones is in its last year. I've enjoyed that from time to time. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago. Code Black got a season 2. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend got a season 2. Criminal Minds is in season 12, but I think this is going to be the last year because Thomas Gibson got fired, so now you don't have anybody who's a draw at this point other than Joe Mantegna, kind of. Um, I think this will be its last year. Crossing Lines is Amazon and NBC. Donald Sutherland. Oh no. DC's Legends of Tomorrow. That's a goofy show that rips off Doctor Who. I know Doctor Who was a ripoff of. I don't care. It just there's too many Doctor Who themed ideas on the show for me not to get past it. Dr. Ken. I tried watching it. I didn't find it funny. Elementary. I can't believe that got another season. Empire. Haven't watched it. Episodes. Matt LeBlanc. See, but Episodes is funny. I will say this. Matt LeBlanc is funny when he's not on network TV, but on network TV, he's not funny. So that's how with this new show. The Expanse. I haven't watched season 1 yet. Everybody tells me to. I haven't watched it yet. Please don't hate me. Family Guy is not funny anymore. Every time I watch a Family Guy episode, I just think, wow. Seth MacFarlane is trying to get the show taken off the air. He tries to be as offensive as possible to see how much he can get away with. It's not even funny. It's just offensive. The Flash. Okay. Barry Allen is the villain on The Flash. The end of season 2 proved it. Everything's fine and fantastic. He knows if you go back in time, you screw everything up. What does he do? He goes back in time and screws everything up after everything's fixed. Barry Allen is a pox upon the world. Fortitude, Fresh Off the Boat. I tried that. I didn't get into it. Fresh From Dusk Till Dawn. I never liked the movie, so I've never watched the series. Fuller House is a terrible idea for a television show. The Goldbergs is almost funny. Gotham is amazing. Love Gotham. Grey's Anatomy is a pox on humanity. Grimm, I don't know how that's still on TV. Halt and Catch Fire, I never watched it. Hawaii Five-O, I watched it the first couple seasons. Then it just started repeating itself and I lost interest. Homeland, I've never watched. I apologize. How to Get Away with Murder, don't care. Humans, never watched it. Impastor, the topic interests me. I like Michael Rosenbaum from when he was on Smallville, but I've never watched the show. Jane the Virgin, I didn't get into it. Just Add Magic, no. Lady Dynamite, never watched it. Last Man on Earth is kind of funny. Last Man on Earth toys with funny, and then it's cruel and it's mean, and then it's almost funny again. Last Man Standing. How is Tim Allen still on television? Law and Order Special Victims Unit. 18 years. I'm disturbed that the only Law and Order that's stood the test of time is the one that's about like rape and people getting shit kicked. I just that disturbs me. The Leftovers, The Librarians, which is goofy. It's not bad goofy. Well, sometimes it's bad goofy. Life in Pieces, Longmire. Lucifer is terrible. I just it to me, it should be a comedy, and it's not, and it should be. Madam Secretary, don't care. Man in the High Castle, Man Seeking Woman. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in season 4. This may end up being the last year, just for the reason that it's really kind of turned against itself, and I'm not sure where they're going with it. Masters of Sex, never watched it. If I'm not having sex, I don't want to watch people being the masters of it. Mercy Street, I never watched it, even though Mary Elizabeth Winstead means I should be watching it. The Middle, no. Never watched it, don't care. The Mindy Project was kind of funny the first season, and then it went off the rails. Modern Family is another one that I kind of get tired of if I watch too much, but, it's in 8 seasons. Good for them. Mom has its moments. I love Anna Faris, but it's hard to get through more than a couple episodes, and then you get bored. The Musketeers, never watched it. Narcos, I've never watched it. Nashville, don't care. I hate country music, so right there. NCIS LA, it isn't bad. I just keep forgetting that it's on, which means I'm not that into it. The original NCIS is in its 14th season. Very good show, but again, I forget when it's on, so I'm not that into it. NCIS New Orleans is goofy. It is goofy, and I can't take it seriously. New Girl was great the first couple of seasons, and then it got really stupid. You could tell with New Girl they were like, okay, we'll put these people together, but not for very long. We'll just break them up after a couple episodes. And it's like, you know what? Why are you getting people together at all? Why not just bring in a random girlfriend, boyfriend every week? Why are you just messing with core characters and having them do things that seem out of character? And it lost me after season 2, where it's like, okay, wait, Hannah Simone is one of the most beautiful women in the world, and he's not going to be cheating on her. And now you have him cheating on her, even though he was obsessed with the first season, because you need something for him to do. And that's stupid, and that's when I stopped watching. The Odd Couple is not funny. I can't believe it's in season 3. Once Upon a Time, I've tried. I can't get into it. Outlander, don't care. Prison Break. What? Isn't that gone? Hasn't that been gone for a while? And they're saying season 4? Quantico, I've wanted to watch it. It's now on Netflix, so I'll probably catch up on it on there, or at least find out whether or not I care. Rectify, Red Oaks, Rosewood, The Royals, Salem, Scorpion. I watched a couple episodes. Goofy, didn't really like it. I love Catherine McPhee, but I'm not going to watch her for that. Watch it for her. Scream Queens, watch the first episode. Love Emma Roberts. I'm not watching a show for her. It's terrible. Secrets and Lies. Shameless is hilarious, but I don't get the channel that it's on, so I don't get to watch it, which is too bad because Shameless is absolutely awesome TV. Sherlock, I don't care. Simpsons is in season 28. I still watch Simpsons. I still state a bad episode of Simpsons is better than most of what's on TV. Sleepy Hollow, couldn't get into it. The Strain, don't care. Supergirl is going to be so much better now that it's on CW. I am so happy CW got the rights to Supergirl. Supernatural is in season 11. I don't know how. They defeated Lucifer in season 5. And in season 11, it's still in the air. I watch it every now and then, but I don't care about the overarching storylines, and I find that it's still the same show. And I'm glad that Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki didn't make the mistake a lot of young Hollywoods do, that they get a hit show and then they figure, well, I can take over Hollywood now. And then they run off to try to take over Hollywood, and it just stops. Their career's over. They can't go back to the TV show, so at least these guys realize they've got a niche with the television show. They can make money off it for the rest of their lives, and they're riding it out. And I don't have a problem with that. But I don't find the show particularly interesting anymore either. Switched at Birth, no. Teen Wolf, no. Transparent, I don't get it, and I wouldn't care. Vampire Diaries, not sure how this is still on in season 8, because Nina Dobrev is gone. And I think one of the brothers was dead at the end of last year, so I don't know why this is still on. The Walking Dead, sure, I'll find out who Negan kills with the baseball bat and try to be surprised when it doesn't matter. Winona Earp, never watched that. You're the Worst, that could be said about most of the shows that are on here. Younger and Z Nation. Z Nation's one I was trying to think of the other night. It is just awful. I can't do it. I know it's supposed to be a comedy thing, but I just don't. I can't. I can't. And then they say the 2016 fall TV primetime guide, and yet these are not the shows that are going to be on here at all. They've got Vegas, Heart of Dixie, Emily Owens, MD, Private Practice, Don't Trust the Bitch, and Apartment 23. This is a really old TV schedule. Way to go, guys. There's Cleveland Show. Wow. And American Dad. Wow, that's... So they get the first part of their chart right, and then the second part is completely wrong. So that's my take on TV. So if you go ahead and go through a scorecard, you can figure out I don't watch a lot of network TV. I don't care about a lot of network TV. And that's why ratings drop. That's kind of funny that network TV is mad about streaming, and they try to do all these things they can to stop the bleeding. But when you look at the shows that are coming in, the new shows, they're terrible. How many more medical dramas do we need? How many more crime procedurals do we need? How many? Like, you know, it's the costs of these shows are low because you don't have a lot of special effects and whatever. But how many of these shows do we need? Do we really, really need on television? The answer is not very many. But they're gonna keep pumping them out there because we're the ones that are wrong, not the network executives that are coming up with these really bad ideas. We need another 24. No, we don't. Hey, that American Horror Story was a hit. Can we figure out a way to make that work for us? Yeah, sure. And then they come up with 7 or 8 series that don't work. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I can't wait to see how Barry Allen destroys the universe. I figured season 3 he's going to completely wipe out all of reality as we know it this season. And yeah, so that's it. The shows I'm excited for more are Doctor Who, which doesn't premiere until the spring, Orphan Black, which runs during the summer, Rick and Morty, which premieres in November of this year. So, you know, again, I'm not big on the network television shows. But Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, man, I really hope they get that right. I think really, really, really hope they get that right. Because I have Long Dark Tea Time. I had Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul, which was one of my favorite books I ever read. It was amazing. And it was a Dirk Gently book. It was just great. I didn't need to read the first book. The second book, it was just awesome. And he's just, you know, it's this weird detective stuff. And he's got, there's this whole thing with him in his fridge. He hasn't opened his fridge in a long time. He's scared of what might be in his fridge. And there's a piece of lettuce that's hanging out underneath the fridge. And he's tempted to pull that piece of lettuce because it drives him nuts. But he thinks the fridge is dangling the lettuce down so that when he grabs it, it can open its door and swallow him whole. It is hilarious. And then at the end of the book, when he gets whatever reward he gets for solving a case, he has the fridge replaced. He just has it strapped and taken out. He does not open the door. You never find out what's in it. He just has it taken away and gets a new fridge put in instead. And it's one of the funniest things. It's just hilarious because his fear of the fridge, the way that Douglas Adams wrote it, you can feel it. It's just great. Anyways, so that's my take on fall TV and on the state of television in general. And a lot of comedy shows just aren't funny. And laugh tracks don't make shows funny. The Office was funny just because it was funny. There was no laugh track. Parks and Rec, same thing. No laugh track. You don't need one when a show's actually funny. The way you can tell is one of two ways. Either they don't have any kind of laughter in it, or it's filmed in front of a live studio audience and you can hear actual audience members laughing at each scene. Big Bang Theory's filmed in front of an audience, but you can still hear the laugh track. Undateable got canceled, which is a crying bloody shame because Undateable did all of their episodes live last year, and it was honestly fantastic. It was great. And it is a crying shame that a show that did something that creative and different doesn't get ratings, and crap like Two Broke Girls gets ratings, because it's just, there's no comparison. Two Broke Girls could not do a live episode. There's no chance they could pull that off. But Undateable did, and you know, you've got all these great stand-up comedians that worked on the show, and Whitney Cummings came in, which pissed half the fan base off, and the other half enjoyed her. I thought she was funny, and I wasn't a big fan of her show, Whitney, but I thought she was funny, and I think her and Chris D'Elia have really good chemistry together on screen. But sadly, we'll never find out what might have happened there because the show got canceled. And it's a crying shame, because it was actually a really good show. It was different. and I crave shows that are different. A lot of this crap in this list is just formulaic. It's all the same stuff.